Okay, so, my friends, we know that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? Is this one set up and ready for us to find a, b, and c as it sits? No, what do we have to do to get a, b, and c? What does the whole thing have to be equal to in order for it to work? Zero. Stone, I talked to Maria.
I saw.
Okay. That's why I asked. So good. I'm glad you can see.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right. So our A value is -2, our B value is 24, and our C value is -33. Agree? Okay. So let's plug in. So I'm going to highlight over here all the places, things. So a B value and a B value. I have a value and an A value. And then I have the C value and the C value. Okay? So those are all the places that I could plug in my numbers. Everything else kind of remains a constant, but we have to watch out for our signs on these, okay? All right, let's see if we can start figuring this out. So I have x. Oops, let's use a different color. I get x equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. So then we have to do a little arithmetic. Agree? So we get -24 plus or minus 24 squared is 576, I believe. All right, now, this is where I have to be cautious. So put your pencil down if you're writing stuff. I just want you to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply those two together. Does that give me a positive or a negative answer? Positive. And then I'm going to multiply whatever that answer is times this one. Does that result in a positive or a negative answer? Negative. Okay? So I know I have to get a negative answer there. So I'm going to go, oops, 4 times 2 times 33. So that gives me 264 all over -4. All right. So at this point, I think I'm pretty close to being A-okay with an answer, but I am not quite sure if 312 is going to break down. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, so what I want to do is I want to do this. Okay, I'm going to pull up my calculator. Where's it at? There it is. Can pull this up, see if we can get that going. Looks like it's spinning. All right. So, friends, what I'm going to show you right here is I want you to think about how you're going to do this particular number. So we have 312. Okay? That's bigger than what we're used to. Agree? Yes. So what I want to do is I want to say, you know what? Let's divide by 4. And I'm choosing 4 because I know 4 is a perfect square. Okay, so 4 times 78 gives me 12. 4 times 78. That's the same thing as 4 times 78. Now, I think that's good, but let's see if there's another bigger perfect square. And again, when you're utilizing the calculator, your calculator is being helpful for you. So let's take this a different way. So what's another big perfect square? 9? So 9 times 34.26667. That doesn't work. Okay? So what about 312? What's the next perfect square? I did 4, then 9. What's the next biggest one? 16. That comes to 19.5, so that's not going to work yet. So I got 312. Can we skip 25 on this one? If so, why? Why can I skip 25? Yeah, it's going to be 5 or 0 for an end, right? So I can skip 25. Let's try 36. 36 is our next one. Oops. Go to. I guess I don't need that little thing. Okay, that's not going to work. 312. What's the next perfect square after 36? 49. That's not going to work. What's the next biggest perfect square after 49? So what I'm doing, I'm just kind of going through and just seeing, can I break these down? Okay, I know 100's not going to work because it doesn't end in 0. I don't know, maybe 121. I don't know, 121. No. 312 divided by 144. I don't know if I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to go back to my screen. So we found originally that 4 times 78. 78, I'm just trying to think. Is there anything, let's see, 78 is the same thing as 2 times 39. 39 is 3. Do what? It's 3 times 49?
No, it's just 3 times 39.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, guys. 2 times 39. And then that's, so basically, 78, or 312 breaks down to 4 times 3 times 2 times 13. Okay? The only perfect square that's going to happen up there is the 4. So I'm going to break 312 down. I'm going to break 312 down to 4 times 78. And the square root of 4 is what? 2. All right, so I get to this point, and I'm looking pretty good. Now, let's take care of, I have a 24, I have a 2, and I have a 4 all outside. What number goes into all 3 of those numbers? What number goes into 24, 2, and 4? 2. So I'm going to reduce everything by 2. This becomes -2, this becomes a 1, this becomes a -12. So my answer to this problem is x equals -12 plus or minus the square root of 78 all over -2. And that's it. Do what? Yeah, I have the plus minus in there. The plus minus tells us we have 2 answers. Okay? What else did you see from those problems? Feeling all right? Good in the hood? Yeah. 11? You got it. Can I move off this screen? Done, Dan? No? Does someone need it still? All right, number 11. All right, we know that x is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right. Do I know my ABC as it's set in there right now? It has to equal 0. Very good, Nick. So I want it to equal 0, so I'm going to subtract 12x from both sides. Hey, can I go 4x squared minus 12x and get a number? Hey. Cool, thanks. So I can't combine the x squared and the x because one is squared and one's not. So now it's equal to 0. Can I figure out my A's, B's, and C's as it sits right now?
Yes.
Yeah, A is what? B, negative 12. C, 9. All right, so let's plug in what we know. X equals negative B plus or minus the square root. Negative 12 squared minus 4 times 9 all over 2 times 4. All right, let's highlight some things. What's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that negative? Going to be positive. All right, and then I got square root sign. Okay, eyes at the board. Stop writing and look. What can you guarantee this answer is going to be as far as a sign? Is it going to be positive or is it going to be negative? It's going to be positive. Again, my friends, don't get into the error. Notice how I have that in parentheses. Okay? One of the big errors that takes place, especially in Algebra 1, if I go back to the calculator and I go negative 12 squared, it gives me this as an answer, and that's wrong. But when we put it in parentheses, it gives me the positive component. Okay? So you got to be cautious on this. You know that if you square something negative, it's got to be positive. Unfortunately, some of you rely too much on the technology, and it's like, well, maybe I found the diamond in the rough. No, you didn't find it. You made a mistake. You didn't realize how the iteration was taking place on the calculator. Okay? All right, so let's go through. Negative 4 times 4 is... Negative 4 times 4 is... 16. And then let me ask you this. This last region here, is it going to be positive or negative? It's going to be negative. There's only a single negative sign. So I'm going to get 16 times 9. Just do it off to the side. 9 times 6 is 54. Carry the 5. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 5 is 145. Oh my gosh. Did I really make that mistake? Sheesh. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 1, 144. Look what's going to happen. What's going to happen with this square root, my friends? It's going to go away. Why is it going to go away? Yeah, I mean, this comes out to square root of 0. Square root of 0 is what? Nothing. All right. Hey, is 12 plus 0 12? Is 12 plus 0 12? Is 12 minus 0 12? So I get the same answer. If I add 0 or subtract 0, I get the same answer. So I get 12 over 8, and then just reduce it. So 4 goes to both. My answer is 3 over 2. Why do you think there's only one answer to this? I mean, the reason why it works that way, the reason why it's going to work that way is if I had factored this, this would come out to 2x minus 3 and 2x minus 3 if it factored, which is going to give me 2x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3, divide by 2. Okay? So this is the key right here. This is why we only have one answer. If I had factored it, I would have gotten the exact same 2 binomials. Okay? I have to spit my gum out. Ooh. Do you like the new little setup of the room?
Yeah.
Seems okay.
Yeah.
I actually get to see people's faces a little bit more when I sit here. 6? I got you. Number 6. All right. Friends, is this one set up for us to do A, B, and C? And how do you know if it is? It's equal to 0. Very good. Okay, so we know that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A is what? I know, yeah. Not even one lesson in my life. 1. B equals what? 6. And C equals? Good. All right. Friends, we feel comfortable. All right, let's do it. X equals negative. What's my B value? What? 6. Plus or minus square root 6 squared minus 4 times A times C, all divided by 2 times A. X equals negative 6 plus or minus 6 squared is 36. Let me highlight this. If I multiply those together, is it going to be positive or negative? It's going to be positive. I have 2 negatives, so 2 negatives multiplied to give me a positive. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20 over 2. X equals negative 6 plus or minus root 56 over 2. So let's do this, because we can use a calculator. I'm going to go 56 divided by 4 is 14. Do you think 14 breaks down to any perfect squares, or is it just 2 times 7 after that? Yeah, but square root of 1 is 1, so I wind up with 14, right? So 56 times 4. Oops. I said 4 times 14, right? What's the square root of 4? 2. So I get 2 root 14. All right. 1, 1, and 3. So my answer is negative 3 plus or minus root 14 over 1, or just keep it like that. Friends, that results in 2 answers, because we have negative 3 plus root 14 and negative 3 minus root 14. There's 2 answers there. Okay? How do we feel, friends? How do we feel? All right. I got to check to see. Yes, we got plenty. All right, my friends. I need you to get a marker. I need you to get a towel. And I need you to grab a whiteboard, please. Hey, Dan, this came for you. You got a coupon for Starbucks coffee. Dan's 26.
Okay.
Look at that. We can no longer hand out towels in class because there's that one kid that acts just like I would have in high school. All right, my friends, will you try this on your whiteboard. I want to make sure I see A, B, and C when you hold up and show us. I also want to see that you have written the quadratic formula. Write it out, please. So I want to see this. And then I want to see it work. Okay, now friends, you're going to get 1 point for this, 1 point for this, and 1 point for the right answer. Got it? Wrong button. So see if you can figure it out. Mary, I thought you were raising her up. Man, you got this fast.
It's not about fastness. It's more about accuracy.
True dat.
Fastness.
Fastestness.
Fastest. Fastest of the fastest. Yeah, negative 18. Make sure you label. Just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in.
All right. Okay, you feel good about that? Good about it? Okay, hang on. Don't erase it. Don't erase it yet. Don't erase it. Once you have your answer, keep your answer there. That's my knee. I know it's Chris Arviso's fault. Freshman year.
Oh, that's not a 6.
Who's also a math teacher now. Yeah. Calculators in the pink bucket. Out of the way. Thanks. Sure. Does anybody need more time? Okay.
Which is a perfect square of these. You take that one out, right? So we're gonna do. Well, rewrite the color. Nope. Fine, that's out of there. Square root of 9, what do you get? Nope. Square root of 9, what did you get? 3. So you're gonna put.
Where do I go from here?
Then your square
Well, write the quadratic formula.
It's outside the square root. Now your square roots are behind it.
Write the quadratic formula. It's on the board. Yeah. You get it? Okay.
Over 2. Down 2. Okay, 72 perfect square. No, it's like down one.
Negative 3
Okay,
plus
how
9 is 6. 6 over 2 is 3. Negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. Negative 12 over 2.
How can you break down 72 as a square?
All right. Does anybody need more time?
So you're gonna.
How about we do this one together real quick? All right. Ready? So A is what? A is what? B is? C is? Negative 18. Agree so far? Everybody is okay up to that point. Agree?
What I would do, guys, is don't erase what you have quite yet. Compare what you wrote and what we're about to write. And see what are some of your errors that you didn't catch.
Okay, because this is going to be worth points. I already have a place in the grade book. I'm going to put this as a classwork. It's worth 20 points. 20 points. I'm hoping everybody gets 20 out of 20. That's in the homework category. 20 points means 5 homeworks. Cool? What'd I do?
No.
All right. So, ready? So I have x equals -3. Do you agree with that so far? I'm not done. I'm just right there. My friends, do you feel comfortable with what is there? You're looking at yours. Do you have something that resembles that? If not, where did you make an error that we can try and help you with? Any spots? Are we okay? Everyone's good. Like if I don't want myself or Miss Stone to come over and all of a sudden you have 56 minus 12,271 and you're like, dude, I don't know where these numbers came
A
from.
lot of you are switching your A's and B's. So this should always be B, not A. Some people put a 1.
Oh,
Okay?
good catch.
Also, another thing is, what else was? That was like the biggest one, because you're switching, and then also too, just watching here, because I saw some people ask, I think some people thought this was 6.
Oh,
So,
I don't know. I don't have the
just be
answer
very
yet.
careful, make sure you are labeling it correct. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how you have the -3 at the start, but then on the other side you have -3 as well. So
There's 2 locations for B. So look, B is.
B is
Oh.
3.
This is supposed to be a +3. I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, can't take stirrup anywhere.
Well, it still would have worked out
Yeah.
positive.
I know, but that was a good catch. I'll tell you. All right. So everyone feels solid so far?
Yes.
Do you feel okay about how I just did that? Or is there anyone stuck on where how did I get that? Yeah. Do what? So right here, that's a good question. Legitimate question. I like it. This right here, do you agree if I multiply that together, it's going to be positive, first of all? You feel good about that? Okay, so 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 18 is 72, because 2 times 18 is 36. 36 double 72. Okay? We good so far? Then I'm going to add what's underneath the radical, so I get this. And can anyone tell me what's going to happen with right here? What is that going to become? It's going to be 9, right? Square root of 81 is 9. All right. So I'm going to bring this over here. -3 plus or minus 9 over 2. Now, I know I was watching a couple of you. You were able to get there, and you're like, I don't know where to go. That's okay. So this is going to have 2 answers. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So this is going to be -3 plus 9 over 2. So that's going to give me 6 over 2, which is 3. And then this is going to give me -3 minus 9 over 2, which is -12 over 2, which is -6. All right, so we didn't have any square roots as the answer. The reason why I didn't have any square roots as the answer, if your answers come out to 2 whole numbers or 2 fractions, that means that it would have been something that you could have factored. Like if I were to factor this my old way, I would know that I would get x plus 6 and x minus 3 for answers. And if I set those both equal to 0, that gets my answers. So when we get whole numbers that come out, it's pretty good. All right. Keep arbitrary score for yourself. That's worth 4 points. Okay? Fibbing's okay in this case. Did everyone pull a 4 out of 4? I appreciate the honesty, but if I'm saying lie for me, did you get
yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but I'm expecting everyone's going to be doing it. We have a few more problems to work. Okay? I want everyone to get a 20. And the 20 is really just coming because you're participating. You're trying. Okay? Is there anything on this board that you need guidance on? Can I move off this board? All right. Let's try this one. Okay, I want to make sure you've labeled A, B, and C. I also want to make sure that you have written the quadratic formula before you've plugged anything into it. Those are the 2 must-haves. Hey, Miss Stone. Come sit here and you tell me how this is good perspective. You're gonna like this.
Yeah.
I think you will. I hope you do.
I think I will. I like
Oh, you
it
gotta go
so
around this way
far.
though. Can't too many chords.
I like it so far. It's nice.
And I moved the Breakfast Club poster because I knew that the chair would eventually rip off. So
No, I like it. Except it dips right here.
that's what?
It dips. Dips.
The floor.
So weird.
I appreciate you telling me that because I swear I was going.
No, it definitely dips for sure. But no, I like it. And then you're gonna have the desk like facing that way.
Yeah, for ACT. So I'll move that table like down here.
Yeah.
And then
Just make your 6th period do it.
how many kids do you think? Oh, well, no, Bashek's in here, so.
No, it's just you can make his kids do it.
That's true.
Or you can just make them do it.
Idea.
You can make the middle schoolers do it.
Middle schoolers?
Yeah, I think Matishek has 3 or 4 8th graders in the class that's doing the crazy stuff that's on the boards in here.
Even though this is word, that's fine. But here, because he has just A, you just do the letter. You just do the letter.
Not leveled. All right, friends, I'm going to just start slowly going through this. So maybe take a look at the board. Make sure you agree with the A, B, and C that I have. Deal? Not a good idea. Yeah, baby.
And then you can't go where you're dose 4 to 5, 4 to 6. So now it turns into this like negative.
What?
You got a Sharpie?
No, I don't.
Minus. So what's negative 5 plus 7?
All right, here we go. Ready? Please double check your work. Make sure you have something that looks close to this.
What's negative 5 minus 7? It changed the rate because it's just sign.
Do we agree? Take a look at your board. Make sure you agree with me, please. So I get to that point. I like it. What do you notice? What do you notice? What do you notice up here? What do you notice about this? To what? 7. 49 is perfect square. 7 times 7 is 49, so square root of 49 has to be 7. Agree? How many answers is this going to result in? 2. So I'm just going to kind of split this up. I have negative 5 plus 7 over 4, which is going to give me 2 over 4, and 2 over 4 reduces to 1 over 2. And then I'm going to do this one, negative 5 minus 7 over 4. That gives me negative 12 over 4, which is just negative 3. My friends, are you feeling comfy about this? Are your answers looking similar? Huh. All right, my friends. My friends. I would like you to, we would have class next time on Thursday, is this correct?
Correct.
Thank you for letting me know.
Well, unless you're actually
You guys just did 13.
All right. So, my friends, I want you to work those problems. Be cautious. Will you make sure your whiteboards are clean and your marker caps are back on tight and put them all back neatly? Please don't toss them across the room.